Hey everyone, Chris here from Moto Photo Adventures, and we have an incredibly exciting story to tell you today. Big news going on in the Moto Photo Adventures team. But before we get ahead of ourselves in the story, let me just tell you that I am actually really kind of sad right now. This is my wonderful bike, Trinity. You guys already know Trinity. She's a 2013 CB500X, and we just posted a video with a complete walk around with all of my favorite modifications that I've done to her. She's 10 years old and she's got almost 60,000 miles on her. She has carried me everywhere from down and around Mexico. If you haven't seen some of these trips, you can check them out in our playlists. We did the entire Trans-America Trail together. We did the Natchez Trace Parkway, a very old historic byway. We did the whole Sunburn Circuit down through Key West and back up the other side of Florida. What else have we done? We did the entire Mid-Atlantic Backcountry Discovery Route, the Mabder. And in fact, that trip won us an award. We won a Viewer's Choice Award for our video series from the film festival. So I owe Trinity a huge thank you for keeping me safe and taking me on these amazing trips and allowing me to see some of the parts of the United States and other countries that I probably never would have gotten to if it wasn't for a two-wheeled, go-anywhere adventure bike like Trinity. All I can do is say thank you, and I'm super excited for the next chapter, but at the same time super sad that Trinity is going to be finding herself a new home. I guess I've let the cat out of the bag at this point, but we are on our way over to Champion Honda, where my good friend Greg has lined up an amazing new motorcycle for me. I don't want to spill the beans just yet. Let's jump on Trinity and get on over there, and I can't wait to show you guys what we've got coming.
Sure is hard to believe this is my last ride on Trinity. What a great bike she has been. I really encourage you guys to check out the review video. We did a 60,000 mile review with all the modifications and accessories that I've added to Trinity, and the little bits and pieces that I've put together for her to really make her, you know, next level adventure bike. And she's truly been an amazing bike. I mean, I have no complaints, never had an issue, never got stranded except for that one time in Utah when you let the battery run dead because I was charging all my GoPro batteries and drone batteries, and basically just forgot that they were charging while we were on a hike somewhere. But Steve and Jason gave me a push and we bump started her no problem. So just been an amazing bike. I personally am a true believer in the midweight adventure motorcycle market. That to me is like the sweet spot of the best all-around motorcycles on the planet. It's a relatively new segment of the marketplace. And of course, the CB500X is kind of at the entry level of that middle range motorcycle. 400 pound-ish kind of range. I've ridden so many bikes, that are just so heavy, the big GS's and even Steve's Africa Twin, with the DCT clutch on that thing and you know, just it being 1,000 cc's, it just feels big and bulky and heavy to me. And for me personally, and I know everybody's different, but for me personally, if I can't pick up a bike on my own out in the middle of the wilderness somewhere, I just don't want to own it. You know, it's just kind of a thing for me. And I'm not 18 years old anymore. You know, I still go to the gym and stay in as good a shape as I can, but that just doesn't interest me at this point in my life. And so this middle range segment, the 500, 600, 650, 750 range with, you know, lighter weight frames and components, that's kind of what really gets my heart pumping and gets my interest. As Trinity reached her, you know, 10-year mark, and I've been with her for 8 of those 10 years. Bought her very gently used from the previous owner, who only put 2,000 miles on her in the 2 years that he had her. He basically stuck her in a corner and rode her to Sunday school and back, you know, every once in a while. And that just, you know, such a travesty to have an amazing motorcycle that can do so much and to just leave her stuck in the corner. You know, you can't leave baby stuck in a corner. Come on, people. So anyway, I lucked out, and Trinity was the perfect bike for me, and it was the perfect time in my life to take her on. And I got her for a great price. So it was the right thing. It just worked out perfect. But now that she's turning 10 and again, 60,000-ish miles, I just felt like it was time for a new chapter, you know. There are 2 very important things that have to take place for a motorcycle purchase to be the right move for you. My personal belief is a motorcycle is not a necessity. I know in most of the parts of the country, especially in Africa where I grew up, a motorcycle is just a means of transportation. Here in America and most of the modern world, it's also, you know, more of a hobby. It's something that you do for enjoyment. And that's why you see me post on Facebook all the time and on social media that, hey, I'm out doing some wind therapy, right? My job's pretty stressful, and a lot of times I just need to unwind at the end of the day. And so, you know, I go out for a motorcycle ride to get that. So to me, number one is you have to have a motorcycle that you fall in love with. Like you just are like, wow, that is a cool looking motorcycle. It sounds great. It has what I need, the features that I like, the color that I like. You know, I would just have fun riding that thing. So that's number one. And then number two, of course, is you need one that's practical. So you need your heart to be connected with your motorcycle, and you need your brain to be connected to their motorcycle. What do I mean by my brain? Well, if you're expecting to do the Transamerica Trail, well, shoot, you're not going to go buy a Harley-Davidson Sportster, right? That just wouldn't make sense. You need something that's going to fit what you like to ride and what you like to do. So you need to go through those mental check boxes and make sure that the motorcycle you're looking at not only tugs on your heartstrings, but also fits the purpose that you're wanting to accomplish with that motorcycle. And, you know, for the last 8 years, Trinity has accomplished that for me. And excuse me, but I'm just not going to hang out here waiting for that dump truck to catch up to speed. Oh, come on over, guys. The accelerator is the one on the right. Yeah, push it down. Yeah, that's how that works. Anyway, so Trinity came into my life. She was the right bike at the right time and for the right price. Now skip forward to today, and it's 2023, and it's just time for a new chapter. And I've been sort of kind of eyeing the market, and you know, the middleweight adventure market segment has really grown. The Yamaha Tenere 700 came out, and everybody's been gaga over that motorcycle. I've actually ridden a couple. A good friend of mine, Sandra, You Know Who You Are had let me ride hers. I rode one at a dealership one time. They're very hard to find, and I actually found one at a dealership. Had a reasonable offer given to me, but it just didn't feel like the right bike for me. You know, I've also been in love with my Honda. This is my second Honda, and so the Honda Transalp 750 is another one that was on my radar. I've read a lot about that bike and seen some good reviews about it. I could switch over to Jason's brand, you know, switch to the Suzuki V-Strom 650. They have a brand new V-Strom coming out that's supposed to be really, really good. So there are a lot of options out there for me right now. And we are going to Champion Honda right now to pick up the one that I settled on. And I will tell you all about it. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to love this. I'm glad you stuck around for the big surprise, you guys. The big reveal. This is my good friend Jeff at Champion Honda.
Certainly happy to have you. Thank you for being here.
We are picking up a brand new, well, 500 miles on it.
500 miles. Hasn't even made it to the first service
Not
yet.
even got to the first service yet.
My gosh.
The Tuareg, Aprilia Tuareg 660. Unbelievable. I'm excited to get this bike out on the road.
I bet you are. And here's the part I'm most excited for you, is that we kind of didn't even know what we had here, but you did when you saw it. We don't typically deal in Aprilia, BMW, and Ducati, and so in Honda, and so this just sort of caught your eye, and then you almost explained to us exactly what we had, and then stole it from us for barely anything.
I got a great deal. Yeah. They were going to charge me double once they realized what they had.
That's right. Oh, well, thank you for that. We appreciate that. We'll cut you in on our deal if we think with somebody else. No, we're super pleased. You know, I was explaining it's going to be disappointing for me to not be able to ride this in and out of the shop every day anymore. I really, of all the bikes that we have to sell, and we take in a lot of pre-owned bikes, and it's a pleasure to get to experience the different riding positions and hear the different engines. And some are really fun, and some are just kind of standard issue. But I've really enjoyed taking this in and out of the garage, and I'm sad to see it go, for sure.
I'm going to really enjoy hammering down the road with it. So I appreciate it.
You're going to enjoy it the most because I only took it for about 300 feet at a time. You're going to actually get to ride it. So congratulations to you. Very happy to do business with you, and we look forward to seeing you again sometime. Enjoy the road, be safe, have fun.
Champion Honda on Dorchester Road, Charleston, South Carolina, you guys. Brand new Aprilia 660. Welcome to the stable of the motorcycles we have, and excited to show you all kinds of accessories we're going to put onto it, build this baby out, and take you out on the adventures.
Oh, man, that suspension feels amazing.
Let's scoot in.
Oh man, Jason, this thing feels amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I took it for a really long test ride the other day. The guys were super nice. Let me really hammer it down for a little bit, and it feels even better now than it does then.
Nice. Well, that's because you own it now.
I'm so excited, man. I'm excited for me, and I'm excited for the channel.
No kidding.
Photo Adventures has a new horse in the stable.
A new horsey in the stable. In fact, I'm lifting now.
Okay, I'm waiting now.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm getting used to the new button. Very, very large vehicle headed our way.
That bike is very skinny from the back.
I know, I love it. Fine, you're fine. I feel like I'm going to be able to keep up with you and Steve on this thing, which is awesome.
Yeah, you got a what? 20% more?
Yeah, this is 660. Yours is a 650. Steve has a 1000. This is a little bit lighter bike than you guys' maybe by about 50 pounds or so. 80 horsepower. And let me tell you, man, it has all the bells and whistles on it.
Coming up beside you.
I've got quick shifter on here. I've got center stand. Engine guards are already on it. All kinds of factory upgrades. Heated grips. You know, I mean, this guy really took good care of this thing, and it just wasn't the right bike for him, and I think that's cool. Everybody's different, right?
Indeed.
And so he traded it in on something more powerful, more street-oriented, and I'm the recipient.
That's cool. Onward and upward.
Have you decided on a name yet? I have not, but Cammie claims that she's going to name it. I don't know. I don't know that's going to work. I said I'll take suggestions.
Oh, well, that's fine. Suggestions are okay.
We can pull into this cemetery on the right.
Right here?
If you want. Turn around. We can do some off-roading while we're here.
Over some graves?
Yeah, man. It's a pretty bike. It's got an amazing sound. The growl from the muffler, and the airbox is right underneath this part right here. The gas tank sits really low. The front top part is actually the air intake. So you get this really nice gurgle from that, which is kind of cool sounding.
That's cool. What other obvious noticeable differences right off the bat between the other?
Suspension is way, way better, of course. The CB500X is a budget motorcycle, so, you know, that's why I upgraded the suspension on that, but the suspension on this is light years ahead.
The seat's a little taller, so you're having to tip your toe just a wee bit.
Yeah, yeah. So, a possibility of putting a lower seat on there, but in terms of comparing it with some of the other motorcycles that I looked at, the Yamaha Tenere 700, and it is extremely tall. And of course, I was kind of interested in that Honda Transalp, but man, the more I looked at the reviews, that thing is really kind of stripped down. It's got tubes, tires, it's no cruise control, you know, and the suspension really isn't that great. It's more of a adventure bike that you ride to Starbucks, you know.
Oh, right.
And I said, well, if I'm going to get a real adventure bike, I want a real adventure bike. So
here we are.
I kept looking, and this Aprilia just caught my eye, and I just fell in love with the looks, and it's just a beautiful machine. The fit and finish of all the controls were spot on. And it really fit me. You know, I've test ridden all these motorcycles, and your inseam, your arm length, your torso length, all that stuff plays into it, and this one just fits me, kind of like the CB500X fits my body. So I just am in love. It's like the right bike happened to show up in my life at the right time, just at the end of Trinity's life, essentially. You know, I'd run as far as I could with her, and it was at the right price, so I just lucked out, man.
Fate
it was.
We've got some strips.
Can you come forward a little bit? Keep coming.
Jeez, they don't know what you're talking about.
It should be far enough.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look on the ground right here, you will see that there are these places where the cars don't really know that they need to help us, and they don't know that they need to come up. So we're going to sit here at this stoplight for much longer than we have to in this heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Where do you want me?
Same place.
Cameraman.
Same place. You just stay right there, and I'm going to speed to a place where you are composed properly. There we go. All right. Gotcha.
I'll tell you the other cool thing about this bike is it has a lot more of the electronics, you know, the cruise controls built in. It has different riding modes, but not overly complicated. So super easy to switch modes. So if I want to go off-road, I can very easily, at the touch of a button, switch to off-road, and I can do it on the fly. Whereas some bikes you have to stop if you want to disengage ABS, or if you want to change your modes, you have to stop to do that. So a lot nicer electronics package, but it's not overly complicated, which I don't want. You know, I want it to be just a bike I can ride. You know, I don't want to have to be thinking about all the electronics all the time. So, but I love the styling. I love the light. You know, the front headlamp and the rear is really cool. Just that Italian design, Italian styling. I've never owned an Italian motorcycle, so this is going to be fun. It's made by, you know, Piaggio bought.
Oh, does that mean that it needs an Italian name?
No, I don't know. Maybe our viewers can help us. I have not named this new Tuareg 660 yet, but we'll take suggestions. You guys know that we named Trinity because she was all blacked out, named after Carrie Moss, the character in the Matrix movie, with her black suits and her kick butt style. But yeah, if you can give us some suggestions on what we should call this Tuareg, I'd appreciate it. What do you think, Jason? Pretty exciting for the channel?
It's very exciting for the channel. It's also very interesting when you walk out to take inventory of the motorcycles after, you know, a lunch or buying it. You go, hey Chris, aren't you gonna? Oh, that's right. You're not getting off the black bike anymore.
Yeah, man.
Somebody's messing with. Oh no, that's just your used bike in the parking lot of Champion Honda. We don't care about that.
Yeah, it was sad to leave Trinity, but she really did me good, man. She was a great bike. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, now somebody's going to get a really nice CP500X with a bunch of upgrades.
Absolutely. If you're looking for an entry-level adventure bike, check out Champion Honda on Dorchester Road in Charleston, South Carolina. Tell Jeff and Greg we sent you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the exciting adventures of Chris getting a brand new bike. I'm a little bit jealous that we have planned. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button. Make a comment if you like it. Tell us what you think you should do to it. And we'll see you on the next one. Right, Chris?
That's right. And stick around. We're going to be doing all kinds of videos about the Tuareg and all the modifications we make to it. So happy trails, everybody, and make sure your life is an adventure.
And cut.
Motor